So if you're like me, I'm always looking through the curtain to see what's going on in first class.
But if you're like me, you want to be in first class. So when American sent us the offer to upgrade to first class for $150 a ticket, we jumped on it.
Now we're flying from Myrtle Beach to California through Dallas, and originally first class was almost twice the price of economy, so we booked economy. But what we've noticed is that as you get closer to your fly date, they send you little messages saying, hey, you could upgrade. And it seems to be less than it would have been if we booked first class at the beginning. So we booked from Myrtle to Dallas and Dallas back to Myrtle first class. We upgraded to that. And we'll take you along and we'll show you what do you get for first class. Is it worth the extra $150 each way? We're going to find out. Sue thinks so. Well, we're going to find out and we're going to show you. Are you ready to fly first class?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Hey, I'm flying first class.
Okay, it's another early flight. We're going Myrtle Beach to Dallas and then Dallas to California. And this first leg of the flight is first class. So our first class experience is about to begin. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the first leg of this trip is on an Embraer 175 American Airlines aircraft. And as I said, we're going to be in first class for this. And it's a 3-hour flight. So we'll see if the $150 is worth it. Now, one immediate benefit of first class is that you get to have priority boarding. So when you check your bags, you can go in the priority line. And also when you board the plane, you're in zone number 1. And that makes a big difference. As soon as we were in Myrtle Beach Airport, we looked for the priority sign to check our bags. We then passed through security and headed to the gate. Since we were zone 1, we were one of the first to board. And we knew there'd be overhead space for our bags. We then noticed how wide and comfortable the seats looked. These seats made for a very, very nice flight to our destination. And the legroom was much better than you'll find in economy. Not to mention there's great space between the passengers. With these cushy seats and the flexible travel pants from Western Rise, I was very comfortable. As is usual in first class, before takeoff, we were offered something to drink. On the Embraer 175, the first class section is small. There's only 4 rows. And within no time, we were on our way.
Up to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in the great state of Texas. We shot the gate here just as soon as we possibly can. Relatively short taxi runway. 2 hours, 35 minutes flying time, 947 nautical miles to the end of the runway Dallas, where the weather is good.
We said goodbye to Myrtle Beach and settled in for our 3-hour flight. And we were able to catch the sunrise from 30,000 feet. Okay, so the good news is we get breakfast. That's right, since we were in first class, we actually got a breakfast. We started with 2 cups of coffee, which actually tasted pretty good, and were served in ceramic cups, and then moved on to a breakfast in a box. The box contained various packaged goods, an orange, and some cheese. Certainly not the type of breakfast you would get on an international flight. But it was better than nothing, and certainly better than the usual biscuits and chips that you get back in economy. So we've been on this flight to Dallas for almost 3 hours. And what I'm noticing with these Western Rise pants is that because they're thin and lightweight, they're really very, very comfortable, especially when you're sitting for multiple hours on a plane. The seats in first class were so comfortable that Sue was able to take a nap. And after 3 hours, we landed in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. As you can see, DFW Airport is huge, and it's the second busiest airport in the United States. We did a separate video about how to find your connecting flight here, and I'll put a link to that video in the description section. So no doubt first class was a lot nicer, made for a much nicer trip, more comfortable, especially the seats. Makes a big difference with the little extra room. So we'll pause the video here and we'll pick it up when we return. On our return back to Myrtle Beach, we're flying first class again from Dallas to Myrtle Beach, and that will be an evening flight, and supposedly we get a meal, so we'll see. But until then, let me show you a quick comparison between economy and first class. You just saw our first class experience. Let's take a look at flying economy. Here is the typical legroom that you have on an economy flight, and you'll be sitting shoulder to shoulder. And since most rows have 3 seats, you'll usually be sitting next to a stranger. And when it's mealtime, expect a bag of pretzels and a biscuit.
Tiny lovely biscuit.
Okay, so we're back in Dallas-Fort Worth, trying to get back to Myrtle Beach. And this leg of the flight, we also did first class, and we'll show you what that's like. This is apparently a dinner flight, so maybe we'll get some food. So just like on our other first class flight from Myrtle Beach to Dallas, these seats are also big, plenty of space, and that's a big improvement over economy. We both enjoyed the wide seats and extra legroom. And before we took off, we enjoyed our complimentary drinks. And if I didn't already mention it, alcohol is included when you travel first class. As we taxied for takeoff, we were treated to a spectacular sunset. And shortly after becoming airborne, dinner service was started. Okay, so they just took the dinner order. The choice was a vegetarian, which was like cheese, or a protein box, which was steak sandwich. So we'll see. And then we got some coffees and your favorite, Bailey's.
That's right.
So just like with breakfast, dinner was served in a box. Mine was a steak sandwich with some crackers and a salad, as well as some cookies, while Sue picked the boxed vegetarian dinner.
Orzo salad with vegetables and peas. It's good. Edamame, and that's Gouda cheese, cracker, and a nice salad.
So mine tastes like a roast beef sandwich with salad and a cookie and some trail mix. So what about upgrading to first class? I mean, it was $150 each way. I'd say it was probably worth it.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah, having a little extra room, some food, drinks. So my recommendation is that if you're flying 3 hours or more, and they send you an email before your flight saying, "Hey, you can upgrade for a reasonable price," I'd say go for it. It's definitely worth it, and just having that extra space, even if it's on just one leg of your flight, is just really nice to have that space. And the extra food is nice too, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. Plus you get on and off the plane a lot quicker. You get to load in zone 1, which is nice, and you're assured overhead space. All right, so I'd say go for it. Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
All right, until next time, safe travels.